My Gaming Edge.
Hello guys, and welcome to My Gaming Edge. I'm Greg, Scout from Infused.TT, and today I'm actually going to take a little look at a demo from a different European Scout. It's actually Stefan from Epsilon Esports. I'm actually trying to look at his Granary, purely because of the fact that personally I feel I'm quite poor on Granary, especially on middles. I feel I'm going too aggressive and taking far too much damage too early and stuff like that. So I have quite a few little problems that I want to work out. So I've gone ahead and taken some time, downloaded a few demos. Actually asked Stefan just to upload this one because this is from their official in the what cup was it? The XLO Bigfoot Cup that happened a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago even. So this is actually the grand final versus SG1 I think, but I'm not 100% certain. Have to find out. I actually casted this game alongside Admirable for Vanilla TV, so you're welcome to go and check that out later if you'd like. This is a really close game, and the actual reason that I really wanted to pick this out is I really saw some great flair from Stefan that it was absolutely amazing, but I was kind of flicking through, so I wanted to take another look at it. Stefan in Europe, if you didn't know, is quite well known for his movement being his key attribute. He does have quite a nice aim as well, but he's subject to missing sometimes, as everybody is of course, so he's just different problems all the time, so hopefully that didn't come up, but we'll have to see. So I'm just gonna reload the game quickly and get ready to dive in. So yeah, the main things I want to look for coming into middle, where's he going, but at the same time I want to make sure that I'm not just watching him. I want to make sure that I'm watching everybody in the game, because I don't want to ruin the whole thing by going, okay, he's going up, up, up. Oh, he's gone down once. The reason he's going to have gone down, I want to know why. I want to know what's in his brain, and I actually think that they start losing a load of rounds, or they win a load of rounds even, and then lose a load. So I want to see what he's trying to do to pick it up and stuff like that. So I'm just going to start watching from now. So it's just going to start in 3, 2, 1. So I'm on 955, 54, 53, and my demo's actually bugged out. Awesome. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to reload this. So yeah, the main problem I'm finding with my Granary at the moment is I just dying too much. So I've just reloaded the demo now, and I'm at 956, 55, 54, 53, and now just heading to middle. So yeah, I actually die way too much on this map at the moment, and seem to get myself into bad situations instead of clever positional plays, which I normally prefer being in, of course. So we're just going to watch Stefan. He's going top. It's a good decision. I do the same, and he's playing pretty far back but going left crate. This is what I do quite a lot, but he's fallen back quite easily. Obviously that's that Mafu went aggressive, I think, from what I can see, so he was just making sure that he didn't jump on him. Now he's just slowly working his way across the point after his soldiers launch in, so he's obviously playing with his soldiers there, but doesn't want to dive into that corner, into the spam. So that's good play from them. Obviously there's a lot of cooling going on about what's going on the side. He's not worrying about that, he's just making sure he's capping the point, and now he's just clearing what's going on, making sure everything's good. Obviously know that that scout's there, and just a nice little meat shot in his face along with Walters, who is his scout partner. And I think they've got an uber advantage. I don't know if F2 went down, so he's actually going to go straight in. No, he's not. He's just trying to feel out where the players are, play defensively, wait for the rest of his team, which, yeah, I actually think F2 went down, judging by how defensive they are at the moment, so they don't have their uber, so they're just going to be building. So now in this sort of time, he's just trying to make sure he keeps himself alive and spotting, and he just saw a sniper there, so he's just making sure we get out of the way. So he's just making sure he stays alive, ready for the push in. So obviously you can go anywhere really at this point, as long as you're not going to get peeked by a sniper or jumped on stupidly. So yeah, they've just sacrificed Walters to go sniper, I think I remember them doing that. So And now he's just playing defensively, watching the lower. Oh, he sees the demo man there and just falls back, calls it and falls back, making sure he stays alive. It's always a good thing to do. And as you see, they've only just got charged now, so that's why they were playing quite defensive like that. But I just want to see which way he decides to go in. It looks like their team is going to go in top. Obviously, it's going to be Uber v Uber, so he's probably not going to want to commit too hard to this. In fact, I think, judging by this, the Uber's gone in, or Nox might have jumped in to try and force it. No. They've actually gone in, I think, now and Ubered, and he's not even bothering to go in, but I'm not 100% certain. They've got water sniping still, so they were waiting for him to get back. And as you can see, the scout on left is just calling it for waters, so that's a great kill. But he's still playing defensively. I would probably be slightly more active, trying to find out where the players are, probably trying to open the right door from my point of view before that, so he knows the sticky's there already, so because he could have got out there a bit earlier. And he's just now trying to get some distraction, just trying to find out where the players are. This is what I'd probably be doing slightly more. And now going top. It's always a good decision when you know the players are going to go be so aggressive, and he knows that they're so aggressive, he's going to go for the point. Yeah, that's a nice decision. Now, obviously it got called how aggressive the players were on the right side, whether they were going to be pushed or not. So, vital thing to make sure you do, guys, is call something like that so the player can get into that sort of position. So yeah, we're just going to go into another middle. I'm fully expecting him to go top again. I actually think he's going to push across to the top left crate. He looked like he was going to, but something stopped him in the last round. Not something like from his team, but something that Matthew going down, I think, stopped him. So he spotted Matthew, the demo man, straight away. So actually, he's looking at the spam and doesn't want to jump there yet. He wants to jump, but he doesn't want to jump until after the spam. Okay. So now he's just playing on the top crates. Really, really nice decision. Oh, what a kill on Cookie. That was nice. 3 shots from up there. And now he's just making sure there's nothing behind his team, keeping the comms up. He's not rushing into anything stupid, actually just covering the flank and making sure nobody goes down. Just want to point out something there that I noticed straight away on middle. I don't know if you guys did. It's just when he went up there, he took his time, waited for the spam obviously, but when he actually pushed across was when his soldiers came in, they were jumping. So everybody else's focus was elsewhere, not on that top left crate, which it does get quite early. That's one thing I might try, definitely. You know, when I play, because I play top left quite a lot, I seem to dive across it quite early, and then I get the demo man putting 2 stickies on me, and I'm pretty low straight off the bat, so I can't really do much. And now they're pushing. Obviously, they took second for middle. They've got an Uber advantage. He's waiting for his Uber to go in. He's waiting for them to get some frags, but they're not coming yet. So he's had to go in a lot earlier than he would have liked to, and just to try to help out, and ended up going down. He probably went for the right person there because he couldn't get very much elsewhere. Obviously, helping his heavies out a little bit. I might have tried going right floor there instead of going top. Top's slightly dangerous with how easy the rocket spam is sometimes onto it. But obviously with Uber advantage, you can, doesn't need to go in with entirely that entire mentality of making sure he's perfect. So his demo man's actually slow this time, so I want to see if he does anything different. Their demo's going right, I think. Yeah, top. Here you go. Randa's going top with him. There's Matthew getting first sticky out. He didn't even go and check for that sticky, he just dived out. Waters has gone down, so he's going to have to play much more defensively. This is the stuff that I was talking about. Him using these edge of these boxes is kept him alive quite a lot longer than he should have been there. That's one of the little flares that I was watching him do, which, if you got the good movement, you can always pull out the bag. And I've been trying it recently, but obviously not got as good movement as Stefan then. Losing your scout partner at the very beginning of the middle makes it so much tougher. I probably would have preferred an instant fallback than what he did, either instant aggression or instant fallback. You can't be in the middle like that. But of course they did get the medic down, so they got this full Uber advantage now, so they just waited for the spawners and they're going to go in. Stefan obviously is going to go and watch the flank. They don't want to get flanked. I don't know if both their scouts are here. Might be something to watch out for. He's not seen anything yet. Nothing's been called. His other scout partner wasn't actually there, so that's one thing I don't like us doing. Like us as Infused doing. It's only sending one person on the flank. It can be, you can quite easily lose a 1-on-1 or a 1v2, and you can be back capped. But obviously they had a massive Uber advantage, and SG1 just playing cleverly. Oh, that was slightly poor. Okay. So obviously Matthew managed to get in there and get the medic kill, so now they don't have it. But I would have preferred Stefan to have gone left yard then and gone and tried to clear it out. The rest of his team were on the right. I don't know why he went the same way. But now they're pushing him without Uber and they're going to just cap it out, surely. Yes. They got slightly away with that. Too many players from SG1 were already down. But they shouldn't have lost F2 there. Stefan, in all honesty, or Cookie, or not Cookie, or Waters should have gone left. So just make sure on Granary you always got someone watching the flanks. He probably would have got shouted at for that. That's the sort of thing that happens occasionally with new teams there, of course. So it's going to go top again. I'd like to see if he goes defensively. Obviously, Demo being normal, he doesn't want to go aggressive. Now he's just watched the flank straight away. But he didn't drop down there. Okay. So he's taken the prerogative of making sure he stays up top for as long as possible. And now they're coming in together as a team. He's got a full buff. That's a great decision. And there's his beautiful movement, jumping over that soldier like 3 times. So that's what I was talking about before as well. So now they've forced Uber and he's just going to get out of there. He's going to die. Yeah, that was probably the right decision. But I don't like running into ramp room at that time. I'd have tried to flank, but he ended up dying. Obviously he went onto the top crates at the beginning. Didn't do anything aggressively at the beginning. Just holding back and watching that scout. I would have preferred a drop down there onto that scout. He probably would have saved Waters' life if he'd done that. But obviously it worked out anyway. They won the middle. But I probably would have dropped down. Maybe their tactics to keep a scout on the crates. Maybe that's something I might take into account. Obviously, from first of all watching this already, my main objective was to check middles. So I'm just making sure I'm just watching what he's doing the whole time. From my experience, I'm watching this already. He's literally just playing a lot more defensive than I would. So I'm going to be taking that into account at the next one. I mean, he's taking forever before he's even pushing off that ramp. So obviously this is always a good idea to hold drop down when your players are pushing. You got I think they had an Uber advantage, so holding drop down is always useful. If you don't have an Uber advantage, I would hold it until you guys start pushing, and then I'll go to garage to help, or go for the point to help out. But if you do have an Uber advantage, they only need 5 players effectively to kill people. So, and then standard little clean up on last. So I actually want to look at this middle because they lose this middle. I know for certain. So I want to see whether Stefan tried to change anything up, or whether SG1 tried to rush him. Maybe at the beginning they send Matthew puts a nice sticky onto him and they send both scouts up top. Stefan actually goes bottom left, so he's changed something up here. This is definitely a different call from them. He sees the demo on the left. He was going to try and push down the left, but couldn't because of the stickies. Now he's gone. Oh, didn't know the heavy soldiers were there. Okay, no one had called that early enough for him. That's one of the problems of going floor left, and especially trying to put so much damage output. If both the soldiers just left sat on the floor, not jumping and stuff like that, you can't really get away with pushing into the medic. So of course that might be worth something trying. Just trying to bum rush bottom left. He was pretty much just trying to get on the demo man. It's another thing a scout can do on this middle is you can just rush down the side and go for the demo man kill right at the beginning, and demo man for scout is always useful. So they actually managed to hold yard. I wasn't expecting that. So SG1 just falling back, playing it defensively. They've been forced early. Scouts peeking there. Do I like it? He could have been juggled quite easily, but with both of them there, you want to give your scout support. That was obviously a call, so well played, taking him out, and him of course. So now I think he needs to fall with his medic. Wow, that was well played. He needs to play with his medic now though. Shouldn't have gone back in Z then. Now as you see, F2 is on his own, and he's going to go down I think. So that was pretty well played to SG1, although they did lose a lot of players trying to kill Stefan. So I would have, once he got in Z once, I wouldn't have gone in it again personally. I'd have stayed with my medic trying to get him the Uber and trying to get him out onto last, but obviously there was either a call or that was what his decision was. So obviously different mentalities between me and Stefan all the time. holding on the crate up here, on the pipe up here, is actually quite useful because you can block them from being on it and also do some nice spam. Also, that was quite a nice move, waiting for them and then coming in behind on the soldier. It's not looking good though for their team. Yeah, obviously with a uber disadvantage, it's tough trying to hold it, especially a push from top. If you actually have an uber advantage and push from top, it makes it a lot easier for your team, purely because of the fact that if you push in left floor or right floor, the other team can just swap sides. So if you come in left, they can go back right, and by the time you actually get there with your Uber, it's pretty much run out, so they can actually get away with not losing anybody or only losing one person during your Uber. So it's gone back top again, this middle. I probably quite like that decision after the last one not working. And look, SG1 are trying to win these crates a lot more, and actually he's just using these little edges again. He seems to love that. Oh, that was well played. So yeah, he's just played top again. Tried to help deny the jumpers, but his soldiers were up there instead, so he wasn't the first one denying it, he was the second one. Okay, that's something very interesting to me, because I play it the other way around. I play it with myself on the far left crate, trying to deny the soldier with the first shot, and then let my soldiers clear up the frag. So that's always interesting to know. So, and now they've obviously got equal Ubers, I think the medic got out, yep. So they just played defensively. Excuse me, sorry. And just waiting for their Uber, of course. So they are still 4-1 up, guys. They you know, this stage in the game, they might have even been thinking, oh, do we even want to push in? But here they go for the right side, and he's not gone in. He's just watching the left. I love this decision. It's always, you know, this part of Granary. You know, as soon as you're coming from second to third or third to second, it's hard for the scouts to get in properly in the same time as the Uber, unless you can sneak in down the left side, but that was never going to happen. And now they're trying to just flank the SG1 team. That's quite a nice team play, that. Forcing the Uber on the right, making them chase them, and then going left and getting back out, especially when they were demo man down. That was really nicely played from Epsilon. They shouldn't have lost that. Or shouldn't have won that even, sorry. So obviously we've been at this place a couple of times. There's Waters playing sniper, so Stefan's definitely not going to be aggressive. He might be opening some doors, he might be peeking somewhere to find out where players are, but he's going to be defensive with Waters for at least for the time being. So he's being flanked by a scout. That's well played to that scout, just spotting the unuber player. Oh wow, that was a nice frag. So, but the Uber has been triggered from SG1, and he's now stuck behind on 7 HP. He's staying alive too long. Okay, his team have come back in, so that has worked out just about. I didn't think his team would come back in after that. If you're gonna die as a player stuck behind, when you're not gonna, you know, if you're 100% gonna die on your own behind, and none of your team are going to be there to support at all, you should just die earlier rather than wasting 10 extra seconds so you miss a spawn wave and then just dying afterwards. I mean, he was on 7 HP, he was never going to get a kill. So that was a nice try at a back cap style thing, but Gear I think gave it away a little bit, and he wanted to get back into spawn as well, so it didn't work out for the best, and swapping spawns there was always the better option. And here they are, they're actually trying to contest this, but Waters goes down straight away. So Stefan should already be running out. Surely this time. Oh, how does he manage to get out of that? Well played. But he should have been out well earlier than that, in my opinion. But he didn't have a clear-cut kill opportunity anywhere. All he was going to doing by prolonging the time was putting himself in a worse state. So that's a nice position to find yourself in if they come from left, because you can deny that soldier just like that. But they don't have enough presence out there. I think their demo man's down, so they can't hold it at all. Well played to get the medic back inside, and now he's had the call that scout flanking, so that was well played as well. So obviously as a scout you want to be mainly looking at this flank side, and you running with the health pack to keep yourself alive, and then maybe going back for buffs if you need to, if you're just holding. I don't know if I don't know if I like that decision. he didn't have any support from anybody. He just blindly went in hoping for people to be out of ammo and a slightly out of position. Generally, you don't have to dive straight in to do that. You can sit there for a little bit, listen to the ammo being used, watch where they are, and then go in and do it at the right time. He was slightly off sync there, and no support either meant that it was kind of a wasted death and actually probably lost at that point. But obviously, I'm being hypercritical at the moment, so I do it all the time. So yeah, was back holding top. Now he's holding left. I prefer holding on the floors personally, but so I'd prefer the position he's in now. He's just checking top for them. Waters is sniping, I think, so he might get called over to open a door, but you never know. I think whether he thought there was a spy, and now he's just holding far back, trying to find players that are away from the medic, not in Uber range, and you're just gonna die. So out of position, like Pimpu was there. He jumped in during the Uber. They got beaten back a bit, and then the medic was no chance. Medic was going to get to Pimpu with the Uber, so Stefan just went ahead and tried to find him. It's always, the right thing to do during an Uber fight. Now he's just pressuring the demo, so that was a nice decision as well. In that sort of situation, I'll always favour getting the demo instead of the medic, purely because demo does so much damage, but they just don't have enough presence around. The rest of his team's died. He's done a good job of keeping himself alive the whole time, but being slightly too far away from the fights to distract anybody or anything like that. He did a good job of keeping himself alive, but not really a good job of helping his teammates survive fights. If you do go in and take a rocket, of course, then that's one less rocket being fired at the rest of your team. So he's probably going to go top again and play defensive again. He seems to favour doing that. A lot of scouts come top, and he's just seen that sticky but not shot it earlier. Okay, he's just charging out. It doesn't matter about it. He doesn't mind taking that first sticky. Now he's falling out of the health pack and waiting for his players. But Rand has gone down. That's their demo man down. I don't see what they're doing. I think one of their players timed out in this round actually. So yeah, I think one of their players there he is being killed now. So he's just timed out. So obviously they've got to wait for him to come back. They'd rather stay at last because it's easy to hold with their Uber, with their demo man. They might have held yard if their demo hadn't died at middle, but Randa did end up dying, so it's a bit unlucky for them. So they're just gonna have to wait with their Uber and try and force the other team's Uber. That was a pretty nice play. I think that's just something that he knows about SG1, judging from what I can see. Pimpu just seems to want to get on that top pipe, jump in, forward, shoot some rockets at the medic. So he's just being prepared for that the whole time. Obviously, you can't really be Ubered up there, so you've got two choices: drop off, or jump back, or maybe a third choice of just spamming rockets. But they're quite hard to hit on that pipe when you're actually on it. So Epsilon's Uber actually managed to get forced there, and SG1 didn't Uber. So they've got a massive Uber disadvantage on a 5v6 game. I don't know if he spotted the soldier that shot him. I don't think it was the one in front of him, was it? I like the decision there to go on the demo man. If I ever see a demo not looking at me, I will always just W into them, because you've got all that time that you don't have to dodge, that you can just get up close and make sure you do a meat shot on them. I'm actually just gonna demo UI and fast forward this to the right tick. So hang on a second. So yeah, if you do see a demo with their back to you, I would always try and get into a point blank range, as long as you know that no spam is going to be coming towards you. Because once you get that close to them, it's hard for them to hit the pipe. But as you're running towards them, your trajectory is pretty obvious. So it's you're just running straight towards them pretty much, that they can hit a pipe quite easily. It's one of the things why I don't like playing against Cadus, because he only has to see you slightly out of the corner of his screen, and then he has some ridiculously high sensitivity that means that he can just flick shot back around and just pipe you straight in the face when you're not even expecting it. So I'm just still fast forwarding it, and Nox has rejoined, but okay, I have resumed, and I am at, hang on a second, let me get it back. So I'm at 9:56 on the new round now, 55, 54, 53. And let's go to another middle then. So it's actually 4-3. So Power have done a good job of coming back. So I don't know whether Stefan's going to do anything different compared to what was working at the beginning. It seems like he's getting shut down a little bit. So now he's actually shot that sticky the first time. I do that a lot more. You don't have to be out there early, as he's proved. And then they're just jumping on the soldiers. Not enough pressure coming from the demo man or the scouts onto him or Walters there. So he's just got free reign up top. That was pretty nicely played, in all honesty. So when he came in, just getting rid of the sticky, they watched where the demo man went. I think is one of the key factors to point out there. As soon as he saw the demo not looking up top, he went forwards, and also the fact that the first jumping soldier got completely destroyed meant that he could go really aggressive as well. And then obviously don't forget you can change from side to side as scout. It's a tough, I say tough jump. It's just a straightforward double jump forwards. But the problem with it is that you're quite susceptible to being shot while you're doing it. So it's not that advisable. But he did do it there to go kill the scout. Their actual medic dropped Uber. So I don't like the decision that he just did there to peek, trying to deal damage on the right hand side. Personally, I would have tried to stay there and gone for a ninja. That's probably the one thing I would have done there. As soon as if something's gone wrong, I'd be trying to find out how much time I could save, or help to find out if I can find any time to help my team, or force the Uber, get behind, maybe a back cap. I mean, look how long it took for them to cap that. He probably could have got behind and back capped it. Obviously SG1 would have been prepared for that, but you never know some of these teams. So he actually made the decision to fall back, and he's kept himself alive, which is always a good thing to do. And I'd always be adamant, the most important thing is to keep yourself alive. If you keep yourself alive, back away from a 50-50 kill, keep yourself alive, you might come to the point where you're at, a 90-10 kill when you get yourself a kill afterwards. So, but I mean percentage chance wise, so when you're ahead, keep ahead. As Tasos would always said, when you're ahead, you stay ahead. So they are just defending this. They're slightly too far away from the point, and that scout has been flanking. Oh, of course this is Walters, I think, rather than Stefan now, so it's me not paying attention. So yeah, they did a nice job of holding that by the looks of it, but Stefan did go down. He went down before the push in, didn't he, in fact? So Stefan going down was the trigger for SG1 to push in. So as I say, keep yourself alive. So he doesn't seem to be swapping classes. Like, I for one know he loves going heavy sometimes on this map, and just swap out to that and stay on mid pipe. I don't know what his reasoning was for not doing that in this game. But as it is, he just seems to be playing on this top pipe. Maybe it is something to do with Pumpu by the looks of it. If he's not going, he normally does go heavy on last. So if Pumpu jumps in onto this pipe and they always get a kill out of it, then it's always useful. So now I've equally, but I don't know whether Walters at all asks for help opening the doors, but I normally find that that's what I'm doing when if I'm scout on last, it'd be something like that. But as it is, he's playing much more defensive, and he doesn't like peeking anywhere. There goes Walters, so that's probably going to be the trigger for SG1 to push once Matthew gets back. So I just want to see what Stefan does. I hope that he stays in this pipe, unless a soldier specifically jumps for him, and then he drops for a scout. That's probably what he's going to be doing. There's a heavy running in. Yeah, that was a totally different reaction. As soon as you see the heavy, he wanted to get in there and deal as much damage as you possibly can, and that is really. Oh, that shot on Jackal was nice. But that's probably a really nice little swap up from SG1 there. Because of the fact that Epsilon didn't have two scouts, it's a lot harder to pressure a heavy at the beginning. The amount of damage that two scouts do into a heavy is ridiculous, but only one scout there, it's it's not that. It's pretty bearable, and they didn't even have to Uber the heavy very much. He just took 2 seconds worth of Uber, and that was that. That's all they needed to do. So that was quite a nice little swap out there. He's going bottom left again. So let's see what he's not seen the demo. This is what he wanted to happen last time. He spotted what everybody is. He spotted them in garage, and he spotted the demo man. He's now kind of in no man's land, but not getting pressured at all. Decided not to get that health pack. He just wants to fall out now, I think. Yeah, he wants to stay alive with his medic. Oh, just about gets away. So I think it's actually 4-all at the moment. So SG1 have Epsilon have effectively given this away from 4-0 up. So I want to see what Stefan decides to do here. They've got equal Uber. There's the Uber triggered earlier from Epsilon. So Stefan is just going to stay away from it. He doesn't want them to multi to him. He's going to be waiting for something afterwards, or just about gets away from that soldier. And that's that really at that point. You know, 2 of your players locked out. You can't come in and defend it, can you? Apparently they want to. And he's going for the scout that's fully buffed. And look at that movement again. I didn't even know you could jump on that. So that was a pretty nice play to get out of there, really, from where he was. He was in a pretty much spammable position, and now he's on 13 HP at last. So pretty certain that all their players have just died, literally. So they've given up this in this round. Yep, there it is. So it's 5-4, and I don't actually know what the time left is. I think it's something like 5 minutes, if not less, 4 minutes, something like that. So they're going to probably have a much more aggressive middle, so I'd like to see what Stefan does if he has an aggression in mind rather than his defensive play. He's going up top again. I wonder if he's just going to push top left really aggressively. No, he's still defensive. Oh, the plan, that it seems like their aggression, the scout aggression they do, is 2 scouts together. That was well played from Shocky, or Stefan, sorry. So yeah, maybe he stays up there for that sort of jump that Pumpu just did. It was he pretty much shut down that soldier. They did try and go aggressive, but there was a lot of spam from that demo, which meant that he just stayed back. And he went aggressive with Walters. Maybe that's one of their tactics, their aggression style tactic is him and Walters jumping top left together to get a lot of pressure on that left side. So it's always something worth trying, I guess, sending both your scouts the same way aggressively. Obviously it didn't pay off. That's, you know, the trigger. The demo man's founding stick is there as just the trigger to not do it. And let's just have a little look here. He's watching drop down as before. They're not pushing at the moment, so he doesn't need to be at the front. You know, he's within walking distance to it, and he's just making sure he's watching it for everybody. Now SG1 know that nobody's on the right hand side, and they've actually Ubered in. Oh wow, that scout can drop down so late there, and Mafu went the wrong way, but he did come to drop down so late there. Good job getting out there as well. Just needed, I mean, look, they've just lost 3 players. This middle is effectively lost already. Ooh, it's not good. Where's that soldier gone? So now they're not even building Uber. Oh, Rand, they're getting 2 good kills, so that's them being able to hold the point. I would have said middle was gone, but obviously SG1 are 5-4 up. They don't want to be too aggressive. Stefan is just playing. Look where he's playing. He's playing where he can see everywhere, or in the back right crate where he could see everywhere and had an easy position to fall back if he needed to, or get into their face if he needed to. So always trying to play in those positions that can spot everything, but at the same time he's ready and available to do anything that's needed. So I think Epsilon starting to get desperate at this moment in time. He's kind of keeping and watching drop down, so it's always useful, of course, guys, to keep someone at drop down. And they've Ubered in here, so I think it's Uber the Uber, and he's gonna try and come in and get some cap time, but he can't really do that much with Uber the Uber. Not until those 3 kills come in, of course. Well played. And now they get the cap. And oh, what a shot! Juggling that soldier actually meant that they could cap the point there. And then our Randa coming in. 3 great kills. Well played to Randa there. And I actually think he just got a 5-man or something. Maybe even 6. And that's 5-all. So I don't know whether they play another middle or not. So it doesn't look like it, does it, from here? That's game over. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me and watching Stefan play on Granary. I think personally I've got a few different things that I'm going to be taking away. Mainly middles is what I was looking for, so that's why I was mainly commenting on them in the certain positions. Obviously I'm going to probably try playing a bit more defensive. I have been past few days, but owing to the fact that my middle's been pretty poor, but I haven't had a chance to go on and take a look at what other people are doing. So I'm definitely going to try the staying up top for basically the whole middle, because I drop down quite quickly normally, so if I hang around on the top I can still do a lot of damage, judging by what Stefan was doing. And that's probably the main thing, the main focus I'll probably take away from that. I hope you guys enjoyed this and hope it was useful to you. So I've been Greg, and you've been watching My Gaming Edge. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you very much Stefan for letting me use your demo. Bye.